The 1970s produced the greatest American pickups ever built, even if they were not the most efficient or technologically advanced. This was the decade when automakers threw caution out the window and built machines that ran purely on muscle and attitude. You could find chrome everywhere, alongside V8 engines that shook the ground beneath your boots. Automakers applied paint jobs so bold they stopped traffic on a highway at 60 miles an hour. These rigs never apologized for anything, and 50 years later, standing next to one of these powerhouses, you feel that same energy hit you like a wall. These vehicles were built by people who believed bigger was better, louder was stronger, and a ride had to turn heads to be successful. Every machine on this list carries that specific engineering DNA, and all 10 models carry individual stories that are worth knowing. Kicking off at 10 is the 1978 Chevrolet K30, featuring a 1-ton capacity and 4-wheel drive. Before 1977, buyers could not get both options at the same time from Chevy, forcing construction workers and off-road fans to choose between raw towing power and 4-wheel capability. The K30 ended that argument permanently. When Chevy finally released this 1-ton 4x4, farmers, builders, and anyone hauling heavy weight through difficult terrain immediately took notice. The truck lacked flashy styling, but nothing else matched it when you needed to pull something exceptionally heavy through deep mud or up a mountain road. The K30 offered raw capability wearing a regular pickup exterior. Taking the 9th spot, GMC decided to rethink their approach with the 1977 Sierra Classic. GMC took the already solid Chevy CK platform and decided to build a work hauler that felt like a luxury car. The vehicle arrived with extra soundproofing packed into the cabin walls, exceptionally soft carpet, and 2-tone paint jobs that belonged on a showroom floor. Owners could drive this vehicle to a job site and then straight to a dinner meeting without changing their clothes. The Sierra Classic proved to competitors that a heavy-duty worker and a comfortable commuter did not have to be two separate things. At number 8 sits the 1973 International Harvester, a machine that often gets left out of conversations. International Harvester built steel with the distinct goal of running forever. Farmers across the Midwest put these heavy haulers through conditions that would destroy most vehicles within weeks. The 1969 redesign gave the truck a cleaner, sharper look while keeping that highly durable structure underneath. If you talk to anyone who grew up on a farm in the 1970s and ask them about International Harvester, their expression will likely show deep respect. These beasts earned loyalty, one difficult working day at a time, making them impossible to forget if you actually used one. Dodge shook up the industry at number 7 with the 1976 Dodge Warlock. The company looked at the pickup market and decided young buyers wanted something cooler than a plain utility bed. They equipped the truck with gold-painted steel wheels, bucket seats inside, and dark paint featuring gold pinstripes running the full length. The detail that separates the Warlock from everything else on this list is the actual oak wood lining the sides of the bed. Placing real wood on a heavy hauler worked brilliantly because Dodge understood that 1970s buyers wanted personality alongside payload capacity. The Warlock built a dedicated following almost overnight, which was exactly what it earned. Sliding into the 6th slot is the highly unusual 1976 Jeep Honcho. Seeing Jeep's name on a pickup body was rare, and the Honcho arrived as a special package for the J10 starting in 1976. The exterior featured bold side stripes in bright color combinations, big tires, and a classic Jeep grille up front. The interior is where the Honcho diverged completely from standard designs by using Levi's blue jean material on the cab seats. That single detail reveals how the 1970s automotive market operated, with automakers competing to be the most visually distinctive rather than just the most powerful. It remains a creative and wild product of its time. Halfway through the countdown at 5, Ford presents the 1977 F-250, affectionately nicknamed the Highboy. Ford built this large truck from the late 1960s through 1977, and the name accurately describes its tall stance. This 4x4 sits far off the ground because of its divorced transfer case setup and rear factory lift blocks, requiring no aftermarket lift kits or modifications. Owners could bolt 35-inch tires straight onto the factory setup, and the wide fenders accommodated them easily. This provided off-road capability before off-roading became a mainstream hobby. The Highboy established a distinct category of 4x4 culture, leading collectors to heavily pursue them decades later when nostalgia for classic trucks expanded. Claiming the fourth position is the 1977 Dodge Power Wagon Macho. Before this model, rugged haulers offered a miserable daily driving experience, with hard seats and cramped spaces that made drivers feel every single mile in their spine. Dodge changed the formula with an intensely styled package featuring large factory roll bars painted yellow or black, wide tires bolted right onto the showroom model, and an authoritative stance. Builders, ranchers, and weekend warriors bought these power wagons because they captured the exact look of an unapologetic American work vehicle. Today, fully restored Macho packages sell at steep prices that would surprise anyone who remembers buying these rigs new, proving the market recognized their worth. Breaking into the top three is the 1975 Ford F-150. Born in 1975 as Ford's answer to a specific problem, the F-150 slotted between the lighter F-100 and the heavy-duty F-250, filling a gap that buyers were eager to bridge. The perfectly positioned truck became a phenomenon, and nobody predicted in 1975 that this middle option would eventually grow into the best-selling vehicle in America. It became the best-selling vehicle of any kind across all categories for decades straight. This legacy rests on a foundation laid directly in the mid-1970s, where one model and one engineering decision managed to reshape an entire industry. Runner-up at number 2 is the 1978 Dodge Lil Red Express, which operated as a legal loophole on wheels. The pickup became faster than contemporary sports cars by utilizing a specific gap in emissions laws. Because the Lil Red Express was classified as a light commercial vehicle in 1978, federal regulations did not require a catalytic converter. This gave Dodge's engineers the freedom to build a performance engine without the restrictions holding back every other vehicle that year. The twin vertical exhaust stacks, rising dramatically behind the cab, were not mere decoration, as they connected to a seriously tuned 360 cubic inch V8 engine that meant business. In 1978, this truck posted faster 0 to 100 miles per hour times than anything else built in America, beating the Corvette and surprising the entire automotive world. The machine earning the undisputed top spot claims this position not because of one explosive story or one outrageous engineering decision, but because of what it represents across the entire decade. Chevrolet's widely celebrated CK platform spanned the full run from 1973 through the close of the 1970s, covering an entire era rather than just a single year. These workhorses kept selling, pulling, and appearing in archival documentary footage and historical news broadcasts wherever America was building structures, growing crops, or hauling heavy steel across long distances. Scanning through historical tape from construction sites, farm operations, and American highways throughout the decade reveals that iconic boxy design in the background constantly. That level of presence in the historical record is fully documented rather than purely sentimental, showing how this platform defined both 1970s pickups and 1970s America on the move. The 1970s gave American automaking a distinct character that is rare and hard to manufacture on purpose. This character emerged through thick steel, loud engines, and designs bold enough to carry raw personality without a single touchscreen or sensor in sight. These 10 machines are more than just old vehicles collecting dust in garages. They are time capsules from a decade that refused to be quiet about anything. Let us know your favorite pick in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe for more automotive history content in the future. Stay loud.